Hello, this is our lesson on sequences of translations and reflections. Just a couple things to review in case you have questions while you're doing your assignment. So we're talking about doing more than one rigid transformation all at one time, right? Doing a couple different steps and moving things around. So if I have triangle ABC here, and I'm going to figure out where they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So C is at 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. A is at 5, 4. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is at B is at 9, 1. So that's where my original triangle is at. If I'm going to translate that, let's say down, so we want to go down, let's say 8 spaces. So that's one rigid transformation, a translation down by 8. So let's see where we end up. If C is at 5, 1, it's going to go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this spot right here is now called C prime, and it gets an apostrophe. A is going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. This new spot is A prime. And B also goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is now called B prime. So I can redraw this new version of my triangle. The original triangle was called the pre-image. This is called the image. It's congruent to the pre-image. This is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So you would write it that way. Triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. And you can say that it is congruent to triangle ABC. And if somebody asked you to prove it, you say, well, it's translated down 8 spaces. And that's all that's changed. So your new coordinates are going to be still 5, but down 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is positive 5 and negative 4. 5, 6, 7, positive 5, negative 7. And this is positive 9 and down negative 7. So that's how you find the coordinates. Now, since this is sequences of translations and reflections, I could also reflect it. And let's say I want to reflect it over the y-axis. So this would be basically like where my mirror image would be, my line of symmetry. And I'm going to go across the y-axis. So when you reflect, all of your points stay the same distance from that line. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The distance is 5, so the distance this way needs to be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where my new point, this is going to be A double prime. And I know that this distance right here has to be the same as this distance over here. So I know it's going to be, instead of at positive 5, it's going to be at negative 5, still down 4 from the top. So this new point, I'll write it in purple, is going to be negative 5, negative 4. Same thing with C, 5 across, 5 across. So this is C double prime. The last one's not so easy. You don't want to just have B over here because you're actually reflecting it. So you need to go all the way across. So this is at 9, negative 7, which means it's 9 away from that y-axis. So if I'm going to go 9 to get to here, I have to go negative 9 to get over to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that looks right. So this is going to be negative 9. Oops, wrong color. Negative 9 and negative 7 down. Negative 9 from the origin to the left, negative 7 down. So I should be able to draw my third triangle. And this is triangle A double prime. Oops, I forgot to write this as B double prime. A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. Notice the letters stay in the right order. Even though this triangle's been flipped around, it's not ACB, it's still ABC. You still have to have the corresponding points match each other in your statement. And you can say that that triangle is congruent to this one, and it's also congruent to that one. So that's the interesting point. If this is translated to here and it's congruent, and this is reflected to there, and those two are congruent, then these two also have to be congruent. So hopefully that helps you. Take care.